was at a wedding yesterday in Knoxville. One of Melanie's cousins, Charlie, quite a character. He's been in the D.C. police for a long time. And somewhere in there, he's got a badge now he wears on his lapel that says Homeland Security. Now, I'm not quite sure what he does. He talks a lot, so I don't know if he does as much as he says, or he does a whole lot more and he's not allowed to say it. He keeps my curiosity up. He passed to me an article that he wanted me to read. He said, I think you'll appreciate this. It was about two Marines who were in Iraq from two different backgrounds, totally different personalities. One grew up middle class, pretty solid family, the other poor and just barely, and here they end up together being buddies. Sergeant calls him, says, you guys stand right here at this road, at this junction. Do not let any vehicles pass through here. Yes, sir. So he heads out. They weren't there but 5 minutes. And comes big blue truck barreling down the road straight at him. The article says, instinct was run for your lives. The Marine in them said, stand fast. They gave their lives as the vehicle blew up there on top of them. But they stopped it from passing them and saved hundreds of people's lives. I think of a story like that when I read verse 13, as Paul writes in 1 Corinthians 16. Watch, stand fast in the faith, be brave, be strong. It really takes a whole lot to be a Christian. You've got to be on alert. You've got to stand your ground. You have to be brave. And you've got to maintain a strength about you. We fight against a foe that we just barely recognize as far as Scripture is concerned, but he's dreadful. And worse than any foe that you'll find on this earth, he wants to take you out. And so the exhortation comes, rightly so. But you read the next verse and you go, and what? After Paul gives this admonition, it sounds like a Marine sergeant's command to his troops. Then he says, let all that you do be done with love. Now there's the balance for Christianity. You see, we're not made to be harsh, crude, or mean toward one another. That post or that attitude is directed specifically towards Satan and those things that he would try to do in taking us over. But in the whole process of the time, recognizing that he's trying to do everybody else that way, we've got our brethren that we're looking to encourage, and we treat them in a different way. We don't stand on them. We're not evil with them or against them, but rather we do all that we can with love. Such a neat thing, as Paul wraps this letter up, as an exhortation to a church that really is struggling in a time that I'd say would be similar to ours. And they have some difficulties, I'm glad to say, we don't have at Central. But he's giving them exhortation nonetheless to help them to maintain their Christianity, their strength, their faith, and at the same time to work together to do that. Now, as we move into the next part here, I want you to see what he says because it relates to what we do on a regular basis and particularly on these power nights. I urge you, brethren, you know that the whole household of Stephanus, that is the first fruits of Achaia, that they devoted themselves to the ministry of the saints, that you also submit to such, and to everyone who works and labors with us. I am glad about the coming of Stephanus, Fortunatus, and Achaeus, for what was lacking on your part they supplied. For they refreshed my spirit and yours, therefore acknowledge such men. He's talking about a sharing that's being done here, things that they do together. After he gives this military-styled command, where to be and how to stand, and then he mixes it with love, then he says, and as we're going through this process, we submit to one another, we work with one another, how good it is that we have that kind of fellowship. Because it It evens us out. It straightens us out. It gives us the refreshing spirit that we need to have to face Satan. Be it right after services or Monday morning or whenever it might come. Because he lurks in every corner. And he does want to take us out. So it's a good thing to do these things. It's good for our souls. It's good to refresh us. It's good to strengthen us. And it's good that we see each other involved in that because it just makes us what we ought to be. So continue in it. Watch. Stand fast. Be strong. Be brave. Let love be done without end. And work together. Good things we're doing. Tonight, as we close this lesson, if you find yourself in need of prayer, or your life is disarranged, it is not devoted to Christ, and you want to get it straight, if you've never been baptized into Christ, here's an opportunity. We sing a song. Listen to the words. Think about it. And if your heart, your soul is not right with God, then come to Him while we stand and sing this.